My name's Ken Marchand. I live in Hammonds Plains. I have 3 children, 2 of which are currently in public school. I am an educator and have been for 26 years. I am a principal in the public school system with the Halifax Regional School Board and have been for 11 years. I have witnessed firsthand the plight of our current classrooms. The demands on our teachers and our administrators are absolutely unattainable. I want to share with you some of the experiences that I've had as an educational leader, and I want to be able to focus on the complexities of each of the classrooms in my school. Our teachers, our EPAs, and our secretary struggle to manage daily. And I use the word manage because that's all we can do. Manage. See, manage does nothing to improve. Nothing. It simply puts a Band-Aid on a heavily bleeding wound. I have teachers who cry daily because they cannot support the students that they have in their classrooms. And I mean cry. And I have this here because that's how emotional I am. They feel absolutely incompetent, and they tell me, now, put yourself in that situation. Go to Mr. McNeil and tell him, I can't do it. I feel incompetent. I know different about my teachers. What would your boss do? They come to me daily. They beg for support. Can I get guidance? Can I get a social worker? Can I get an EPA? I am drowning. All I can do, and I do all I can do to support them. Let me give you an example. I have 50% of a guidance counselor for 620 children in my school in Bedford. He is shared with another school in Bedford that has 600. He has 78 children with high mental needs on his caseload in my school that he has 2.5 days a week to work with. 78 kids. He doesn't see a kid for a month. And those are children that are in dire straits, that I cry for when I go home every evening, that I don't sleep for, and that I have taken a heart attack for. You have no idea what we go through on a daily basis and what my teachers go through. I have died on the table and come back and gone back into that school for those children, and my teachers would do the exact same thing because they love their children. As an instructional leader, I know that the most effective method of improving student learning is to improve teaching. How can you do that with people who are drowning? They're burnt out. They can't do it anymore. I beg you, please, no more commission. Please, no more groups. Take that away. We need to make change now. I currently have 38 students in my learning center. That's 5% of my population. They range from tube feeding, from high to low ASD functional needs, to high physical needs, to behavioral challenges, to emotional needs, to intellectual needs. I have 8 EPAs for 38 kids. Out of those 38 children, 6 of those kids require 100% care. That leaves 2 EPAs to cover 32 kids. That's what we're dealing with. It's your child. It's your child, and it's my child in that classroom that I go home at night and think about. Every single teacher in my school needs a reward. Daily, our staff are spat at, are abused physically, emotionally, they're kicked, they're slapped. I was headbutted last week. I was tripped, I was cussed at, they were cussed at, and they were demeaned. And you know what? They kissed those children minutes later. That's a teacher. You can't take this to a commission. We're done. Now I want to move on to these extra demands.
Mr. Marchand.
2 minutes total?
Total, yeah.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Well, you told me not to give you
I want to share a story with you. I asked some teachers to share a story. This teacher said, she went to her student and she said, my student, one of her top students, had a reading conference with her late November. When I sat down with her and read together, she said to me, finally, Miss So-and-so, you know, you've only read to me once this year. She was bursting at the seams with joy and excitement, but I was ashamed that I had only read with her once. She's not a struggling student, but she deserves my attention, that teacher said. Now, no more commissions. I have a plan, and I will sit with any one of you, put politics aside, and come up with a plan. Immediately, at no cost, 1 minute, thank you, drop TINET, drop Power School, drop external assessments, drop SSP, CSI, PFI, drop the EECD, their initiatives. Take those things to your commission and study them. Take them there. Take my 2 days. I don't want my 2 days. I want to be with my kids. Take those funds, add them to the $20 million. Take the money from my wage that you took from the first contract and the difference from the third contract. I don't want it. I don't want an increase. Use that money, use the funds from the days with the $20 million and spend it now, right now.
Thank you, Mr. Marchand.
With the money,
time.
More guidance, just one step.
2 seconds.
More guidance, more guidance. More professional supports for our mental health. More EPAs. More teacher.
Thank you, Mr. Marchand.
Hold the hard cap. Take the identified special needs.
Thank you very much, Mr. Marchand. I wished you had some excellent points. If you could leave your written submission with us, I'm sure that it's all in there. Thank you. Katrina McLean.